resist the way it grows all of my time.
Hi guys, what's up? That was really awkward. What's new? Welcome to my new bedroom. Do you like it? This is actually the only corner of my room that doesn't look like a bomb has gone off. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. Today I have got a video for you guys where I'm going to show you how I edit my Instagram pictures, because I got a lot of requests to do it in my 10 top tips for Instagram video. So if you do want to check out that video, I will have a little annotation. Which side is it on? Oh my god, I can't remember. One of these sides with linking to that video. So I just show a bunch of tips on like photography and editing and stuff like that. But this video is specifically going to be on how I edit my Instagram pictures. But before I get started, I have a really exciting announcement. Like really exciting. So for 2016, I am working as an ASOS student insider. And you're probably like, what the hell is that? Basically, I'm going to be doing a ton of posts on all my social media channels and on ASOS's social media channels, where I give you guys like lifestyle tips, travel tips, student tips, fashion tips, and I am literally overwhelmed. Like, I honestly can't believe that I'm working for ASOS. If you've been following me for a while, then you probably know that I am very obsessed with ASOS, have been for quite a number of years. So to get the opportunity to work for ASOS is like a dream come true for me, and it actually wouldn't be possible if it weren't for you guys, because in order to go for the job you had to be like on social media. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to go for the job or get the job. So thank you guys so much for your support. I feel like I don't thank you enough, but I honestly am so grateful for each and every one of you. There's almost 80,000. I feel like the wind just changed. The wind just changed. I think the sun just went behind the clouds. But anyway, I can't even put it into words how thankful I am for all of you. So if you want to check out the ASOS Student Hub, I'll have a link to it up here or on this side, I still can't remember, and also in the description bar, where you guys can see like all the articles I'm going to be writing. I'm going to be posting a ton on Instagram and on YouTube as well. And I've got one post up there so far, so go check it out. It's pretty much just like an introduction post. But I'm so excited! Anyway, I'm gonna stop being annoying and all sappy and weird now. Let's get on into the video. I feel like it's gonna be really hard to not like look down at my phone and then like talk to the camera. So excuse me if I keep looking down. I've got my phone here so I can show you guys how I edit my photos. I basically have this little like, what are these called again? Like folder? Oh my god. Where I keep all of my Instagram apps, but I pretty much only use ViscoCam and Afterlight Original. I know this video is probably going to be like exactly the same as every other Instagram editing video you guys have ever seen, but you wanted to see it, so I thought I'd do it anyway. So yeah, I pretty much edit all of my photos in ViscoCam, then sometimes I will edit them in Afterlight as well. So let's go into ViscoCam and edit a photo. I just sounded like a dying boy. So let's take this photo. I look so cheesy, but it was the only one I could find. Anyway, this is a photo here. I think my mum edited it. I can't say edited it in Photoshop because she took the photos. But I'm going to edit it how I like my photos on Instagram. I feel like I'm so sweaty right now. I'm really sorry. And I feel like this is also like cutting off. I haven't set anything up yet. This is such a mess. This video already is such a mess. I'm sorry. I haven't filmed in a really long time and I'm just getting used to this new space. But yeah, I feel like you can only see half my face right now. I don't have my studio lights yet, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, so usually I will use the M filters. See, I'm hopeless at this. Or the T1 filter. I used to use the T1 filter a lot, but I don't so much anymore. I've been really loving M3 and I actually paid for this filter. Is that not the saddest thing in the whole entire world? I paid for an Instagram filter. To be fair, I had like $5 left on my iTunes account from like years ago when everyone used to get iTunes gift cards for Christmas. So I was like, I'm gonna buy an Instagram filter on ViscoCam, and that's really sad. No shame. So recently I've been using M3. And I'm going to use that for this photo as well. I usually just bring it down to about 10. Then I go into my settings let me just explain for a second. The way I like my photos to look is very like washed out and exposed and like faded almost. So that's the kind of look I've been going for a very long time now. And although my feed kind of changes up, like my feed does look a little bit different, but that's the kind of overall look I go for, if that makes sense. So yeah, once I've put the filter on, I go in here and just play around with the exposure and stuff. I might just leave this on 0. I don't like it to be too bright. See how that's just like, it's just a little bit too much. So I could go -1, but I think I'm just going to keep it on 0. Then I go into contrast and I bring the contrast down usually by about 2. If I need to like crop or straighten the image, I'll do that, but I don't need to do that today. I always sharpen it only by a little bit, like 1 or 2. See, like 2 looks a little bit too much. I'm just gonna leave it on 1. I feel like this is the biggest first world problem in the world, but let's keep going. Then I always bring my saturation down by like at least 1 or 2. I'm going to leave it on 1. It really does depend on the photo, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it on 1 for today. Sometimes I'll take the shadows and up them a little bit, again to give it quite a faded look. Like I said before, that's pretty much what I go for with all of my photos. So when I'm editing, if it is a photo that's originally quite like exposed and already quite faded, like doesn't have a lot of contrast in it, then I won't have to do a lot of editing. But if it's a photo that's the opposite, I'll do like more. This is about a happy medium. So yeah, do that. I always up the temperature to make it look a little bit warmer, just because I feel like it's like happier than looking like blue. Like look at that, that's like sad, and then you look at that and that's like too much. But if you go just 1, it's fine. I'm in the weirdest mood, I'm sorry. Then I go into fade and I just fade it out a little bit more. And that's basically it. That is how I like edit a photo. I just like it to look very overexposed, very faded. Now, sometimes I'll just leave it like that and then I'll take it and save it to my camera roll. But if I'm feeling like putting a little bit more effort in, I'll go into Afterlight and I put a light leak on it because, I don't know, I just think they're so pretty and they just add this little like bit of color to your photo. And I love this specific one in Afterlight. So I just go to the light leaks and I go for number 3. And that is the one I use every single time. The only light leak I really ever use. I think it just adds a little bit of color to the image. So then I just go ahead and save it to my camera roll and then I post it to Instagram. I know a lot of people put a lot of like thought into their feed and like all the photos they post, but I've sort of just been a little bit lazy lately and haven't really been worrying too much about what my feed looks like. And I think it's important to remember that Instagram is meant to be fun, to share photos with everybody, so don't be too hard on yourself. Like don't be like, I'm not posting this photo because every single photo I have has blue in it and this photo doesn't. That's just silly. Just post whatever you like. One tip I have is to use space. If you notice with this photo here that I took overseas, it's just there's so much space but it looks awesome, and I feel like sometimes people will try and really fill up the photo, but sometimes less really is more. So just try to keep that in mind. Of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to link my 10 tips for Instagram down in the description box so you guys can check that out if you like it. Just gives a ton of tips on how to edit your photos and photography tips and hacks and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And this week's comment topic, I don't know what I was doing around here. I feel like the wiggles. And this week's comment topic is to let me know your Instagram name, because I honestly always stalk you guys. Like when you follow me on Instagram, I go onto your pages and I stalk you. So leave your Instagram name in the comments and I'll go and stalk you and like your photos and follow you guys. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Waste my time in droves. I can't resist the